Yahushua, Bashim Al-Kakadash.
Double honors to the other apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Well, greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, those that give their life and diligence unto earning their salvation. Shalom unto you. All right, another day in Babylon, another week out here teaching, another opportunity to earn something into our spiritual bank accounts, right?
Okay.
Now, a lot has been going on in the world. We got blood moons coming up. And this is just, I'm talking about just the signs in the heaven, things that people upon earth cannot fully interpret or understand. All right? But one of the greatest things that we see, that a lot of you Jakes, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, that you don't understand what you're looking at are these so-called UFOs. These UFOs are set up for our benefit. Well, better said, for the benefit of the elect of Israel. Okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3 that will escape the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka the United States of America. All right, we're here in Sin City, Las Vegas, and we see the wickedness on an all-time high. But Sin City is like spread off into this whole place called America.
I got an answer.
See, the place is full of confusion. All right, so what I want to make is, you see this coming, you shouldn't be afraid of this. Matter of fact, start with Joseph, brother.
All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 10.
Because I'll give a little precursor to it. Because when we came out of ancient Egypt, you're the slaves that built the pyramids, okay? You're the people that put the pyramids together in South America, Central America, and the same people that put them together in ancient Egypt. Okay, so when the Israelites walked out of Egypt, that's you. You walked out of Egypt and did what? How did you make it in and wander through the wilderness? Because there was a chariot guiding inside of it. Okay, that was a key sign of our redemption or our escape from bondage. Okay, the first Egypt, but we're back in bondage again in the new Egypt, and we gotta leave out in style again. The difference is, in this new Egypt, we're not gonna walk out. We're gonna fly out. The old Egypt, we walked out. All right, we got it out.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that our fathers were under the cloud.
Hey, don't be ignorant of the fact that when you see those so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High God, the chariots of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, that's a beautiful sight in the heavens. Because that means we're up out of here. This place is being destroyed, and we're up out of here. And we're seeing more and more signs of this in current times. Okay? But be not ignorant that we all were under that cloud. Go ahead, bro.
All our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
We went through that miracle time of the chariots guiding us through the wilderness, up out of Egypt, and even across the Red Sea. All right, to where we was free from the armies of the Egyptians. Kurt, go ahead, bro.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Yep, because the Most High continually provided miracles for us. But you people have so lack of faith that you can't even come out on the streets and teach. You can't even come out on the streets and listen. You don't want to get off the keyboard. You barely like clicking on videos. All right, but the sacrifice that was made in that time, we had to wander and wait till the time was right. All right, the time was right where all the wicked got up out our nation. Read that one more time.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Yeah, the miracles that was done for our people, those miracles are going to be done again for the elect. It was done for our forefathers, the whole nation, when we walked out of Egypt the first time. This time, everybody ain't going to make it out, man. 2/3 deserve death, and they're going to get death before they leave up out of this place. Okay, before they come back after death by pain. But the elect is going to get that cozy ride up out of here.
And also the nation of Israel got the law, statutes, and commandments. You know?
That's right.
And did
that was our way to be cleansed. Okay? By him showing us the miracles where we believed in him, and then giving us the rules which are written in this book that we can be better upon the earth. He gave us the manual to run in the earth, all right? But we wouldn't keep it. Yeah, bro.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
The Most High had Moses smoke the rock so they can drink after they complained about manna wasn't enough to eat, and then quail, they was thirsty. So what happened? The Most High kept giving blessings after blessings when we call upon him in his name. That's no different than what we got to do in this time, but you can't murmur about it. Yeah, it's going to be hard and tough, but you can't murmur about it. You have to be in a rejoiceful spirit at this time, because this is the end. We're watching the so-called white man who was Esau in the Bible. We're watching him crumble, right? We're watching our redemption and the rise of our people coming together, all right? Standing up on their feet, telling this man that made no account for our labors, all right? We're out here trying to come back and have the spirit of the breath of life back in us. And it comes from his word, all right? Yeah,
And that rock was Yahweh Shah. But with many of
that rock being Yahweh Shai, it means he was the one in that big cloud that followed Israel in the wilderness. It was that cloud, which was a chariot, that was working with Moses to perform those miracles. You know, the fact that he smote the water, he caused manna and quail to fall from heaven. Those are all miraculous things that Yahweh Shai was doing, going back to the time of ancient Egypt. And those miracles were miraculous. It was spiritual, because what do bread and water, what does that represent? Symbolically, it's this word, man. But Jay couldn't see it back then, you know. It was all spiritual, you know. But hey, even to this day, Jake is getting the spiritual manna. They getting the spiritual water. But Jake still don't believe. They still don't have the faith.
Yeah, how many more signs do you need to see? I mean, from this white man revealing who he is in this time, to watching the Israelites, groups of Jakes that are coming together that you would never believe. Just Dominicans and Haitians that stand arm in arm teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That you go to that island, man, you wouldn't believe that they would ever come together. All right? Among other different things that the natural eye you would believe was a miracle.
These niggas ain't gonna believe it till you. They want Yahweh Shai to come back himself and say, this is the word, and follow the word. He ain't coming back as a man, right? He's coming back to
great power.
Great power, as an angelic being, all right? Take a lot of you, 2/3 of you Israelites out.
Right.
He did that during the time of the wilderness too.
Yeah.
He killed off 20. Well, the brother gonna read it.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me say real quick before you say that. He wandered for 40 years, leading with the cloud, leading us around till Jake complained and murmured, like, man, the same ones complained and murmured, the same 23,000 that fell off. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Jake's still murmuring now. Jake in the word, man. Guys getting disgruntled, they getting complacent. You know, certain dudes getting bitter about certain things concerning certain orders that get passed down from the apostles, and they get upset and they want to walk off, you know, with their lips pouting. You know, they try to change up the doctrine, or some of them they just fall off and go right back into the world, man. It starts with you murmuring, all right? A lot of you niggas are complaining and you acting like certain things that the apostles are breaking down is wrong. Hey, spiritually we're in the wilderness, man. And then when Yahushua comes back, those because it talks about how we're going to get brought into the wilderness again. Those of you that were murmuring and talking shit and you wasn't down with the program, you're going to get purged out again, man. So this is, that's spiritual, man. Go ahead, bro.
The things that are written aforetime for our learning, but that which has been shall be again. To roughly paraphrase that, you got it out.
Verse 5. But with many of them the Most High was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Yep. And how did they get overthrown? They wandered and they murmured and complained until they passed away. When we gonna get into this land that you keep promising us? When we gonna get more food? My feet hurt. That's why when Eddie Griffin telling jokes about it, you can hear it. You can hear Jake doing that, complaining and murmuring and whatnot.
Yeah, they want to go back to Egypt.
They want to go back and eat good. Go back to work.
me say this. And you niggas that murmur against the apostles, y'all murmur against Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, because whatever the apostles say, the spirit is from Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is on them to say that, to bring down those orders. All right, it ain't apostles just messengers just like we are, even though they're at the top. So you murmuring against Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai when you murmuring against the apostles, man.
And Yahweh Shai said, he said, if they will not hear you, then they won't hear me. If they don't hear me, they won't hear him that sent me.
If they don't receive, if they didn't receive me, they won't receive him that sent me. Same thing, they won't receive you. Same thing. 2/3 ain't gonna get it. And like Elder Apostle Tahar said, there's still some 2/3 in Great Millstone and different other groups, man, that may call themselves the truth, that ain't gonna make it. It's a harsh reality. It's a personal judgment of everyone's self. But back to the topic at hand, these chariots, when we see these sights, and I don't remember where that one, I don't know exactly where that one was at, but it felt, brother, kind of saying we speculated it was in Europe somewhere by the accent that we heard. It didn't seem like an American spirit, American accent, But he had pictures of, what is that? Tripping out on the way they were moving in unison, and they moved separate, and they only a higher power can control something like this. That's not one of them program light shows like they were at the Bellagio felt.
Or here, or at the Fremont Street,
Fremont
whatever.
Street experience, whatever, right? Something bigger than that.
Verse 6, now these things are examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things.
This is our example to the intent that we should not lust after evil things. Okay, a reminder and a warning like, hey, we got to deal with this. That means everything that's written in this, that's true, everything written in this book is true. Okay, we have evidence that this is true. Our faith is coming to be proven. It's not just evidence of things not seen, it's things we're starting to see the things that we have faith in. All right?
As they also lusted, neither be idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
23,000 people fell in one day. 2/3 is funny. Those numbers, right?
Hey, because what was they doing? When they rose up to play, meaning they got in that turn up celebratory spirit that Jake always be in, always want to celebrate and party and
Barbecue.
Well, they was doing that because they made Aaron take that gold that they took out of Egypt to create that golden calf. They started worshiping and partying for that golden calf, and it pissed Yahweh Shai off. He laid 23,000 niggas down, man. That's why it tells you in I think it's in Exodus, the 20th chapter, where the Lord said, basically, I'm gonna send my angel. That angel was Yahweh Shai, man. And he said, hey, listen to him, because my name is in him. He was that angel that smote those Israelites in the wilderness, man.
He's coming back to smite again.
Yeah.
It's like that sighting was in London.
It was in London?
London, yeah.
Hey, because what did it also said in Exodus, the 20th chapter? He basically said he will not pardon your transgression, meaning he won't forgive you if you don't hearken, if you don't listen. Those Israelites, they were not trying to listen to the leadership. Yahweh Shai was dealing with Moses to lead Israel out of Egypt. But these niggas, they want to be stiff-necked, hard-headed, just like they are today. And that's why none of them made it into the promised land. It's the same thing today. That's why 2/3, they're going to be left here in Babylon to get destroyed, man.
How ironic, is it that it's this whole self-glorification moment going on in the world, energy that's going on in the world, but the men of the Lord are supposed to be selfless and give the glory up to Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, all the way up to Yahweh. It's funny how that dynamic is that contrast is going on in the world. You got it, bro.
Verse 9, neither let us tempt Yahweh Shai, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer.
Yeah, because right now, trust me, that's why a lot of those groups won't come like that family that says we're gonna join IUIC because they gotta keep the law and then whatever else that they say.
Women up
They
here
keep the
talking about they
commandments.
keep the laws.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
You a virgin? Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. You break one, you break the law. So does that mean the ones that you can't control that you just push them to the side? Also, no. We keep as many as we can possibly keep, then we acknowledge the ones we can't keep and ask for forgiveness for those. The ones we're not keeping, we repent and then begin keeping them. It's just that simple. And that act alone shows your faith. Shows an exercise of your faith.
Yeah, but the law is not gonna.
No.
The law is not gonna justify you, man.
Neither one alone is gonna justify you. Say it that way. Neither one alone will justify you. Your faith alone, without works, won't justify you, and the law itself, without faith, won't justify you.
Because you're not keeping the law.
Right.
In order for you to keep the law, you got to keep the whole law.
Yep.
If you can't keep the whole law, you're not keeping the law, man.
You didn't give us over 613 just to come short on 25 of them. No, it's meant to keep them all.
Didn't it tell you when Apostle Paul addressed the church in Galatia, he said those under the old covenant, under Moses,
Yep.
they basically they died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses, man.
Yeah. That was
You ain't
about
got no
the law.
chance. You ain't got
Yep.
if you ain't got Yahweh Shai, you ain't got no chance, man.
Right. He's the one that gave us the grace to not die immediately for breaking the law. That gave us the opportunity to practice with our whole heart that we were able to keep what we could, and the rest we act upon faith with. You got it, still, bro.
Verse 11. Now all these things happen unto them for ensamples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come.
Yeah, for whom the ends of the world are come. And we're here in this time because we're here at the end of the world. The end of not the earth itself, but the end of Esau's world. The so-called white man that's been ruling in wickedness. Okay? We're here as an admonishment, as a...
we represent the end of Esau's kingdom, us being out here on the highways and byways, pushing this word.
Yep.
Well, let me say this: what the brother just read, Apostle Paul was telling them that these things that when Jake was being rebellious, Jake suffered these things, and I'm bringing this out to you to let you know, as an admonishment to you, that you need to take heed. You need to humble down. You need not to rebel and murmur. Damn, this fucking swirling everywhere. Bunch of witches everywhere. There's witches everywhere. Damn. But anyway, basically, he was telling them that, hey, this is for your punishment. Because he already knew that it was going to be Jake's that was going to be murmuring in the church. And they was going to try to change up the doctrine, become heresies. They're going to try to speak perverse things to heap disciples unto themselves. Rebellious ass niggas. It was always a repeated history of Israel.
It happened in ancient Egypt. It happened in that time. It's happening in this time. No different.
Yeah, man.
It was always that happening. If you look through the course of the history of Israel, it always happened. It was always then arose a wicked king that led Israel, and they go back into captivity. It was always, we're repeat offenders. Okay, this is the time that we have to get right.
Yep. And basically showing you that Yahweh Shai, him being that rock, meaning he's that the power that was in that cloud. The Lord has the power to take you niggas out, man, and he gonna eventually do it. Right? That's why we say, being under that cloud, we seeing that the angels of the Lord, they're making themselves manifest. They're appearing in the sky, man, and literally in clouds. And it tells you that the Lord, he that sits on the cloud, he's gonna come back in the cloud, and every eye is gonna see him.
Right.
Okay.
He don't mean on the internet. He mean in the literal sky above.
Yeah. You won't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was a scripture you was getting, or?
You got it right now?
Yeah.
I got something.
I got some.
Go ahead.
Well, I wrote it.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. And it reads, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory."
Then shall you see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with great glory. That's for this time. We're already starting to see the angels dancing in the heavens, in these clouds, giving us hope and faith. You see it as something spectacular in the skies. We see it as our salvation draws near. But for the elect, it has to move you and spark something in you to say, hey, wait, okay, I didn't really believe them just because they was grouping up out on the streets, but now that RFID chip is kind of, that looks like the mark of the beast to me. If there was ever such a thing, that has to be it. And then now these UFOs are coming up everywhere. They were talking about that's the chariots of the Most High God. That's starting to make sense too. Okay?
And everything we said, we backing up with the scriptures. There's nothing coming from our own opinion or none of it. It's backed up by the Holy Scriptures.
Verse 31, "And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other."
They're literally going to beam, matter of fact, get that in Revelation 18. They're literally going
18
to,
and 4.
yep, they're literally going to beam us up away from the destruction at the last second. Okay? The last second, right when doubt would set into a natural man, a spiritual man is going to have faith in that moment and accept the moment for what it is, and then boom, you get up out of here, man. Okay, that you escape the plagues of destruction in this place. Because this place has to go. There ain't no making America great again. It ain't gonna be great again. It's gonna make this place great when it's a memorial for the wickedness that went on in this place, the slavery of Israel that took place here.
It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. That ye
Come out of who? Come up out of America into these chariots where it's safe at.
Hey, hold on, let me correct you. Come into this chariot because it's gonna be the father ship, one big giant ship that all the elect are gonna meet Yahweh Shai, and basically those that died in the Lord, they all gonna be already up there, and those that are remaining alive, they're gonna get caught up into that same ship. That's gonna be the big marriage ceremony when we join with our Lord in the big ship. That's the cloud.
Yeah. And these shuttle ships, that's in Isaiah the 6th chapter. Man.
That's right.
He said the seraphims, man.
Yep. And the Lord gonna come deep, man. The Lord gonna come with the numbers, man. Y'all talking about numbers. You read Psalms, the 68th chapter, it talks about how the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, even thousands of angels.
Brother got that.
Yeah, I was trying to say he has, what's that, 12 legions.
Yeah, he can call 12 legions down to, from heaven.
That's what,
84,000. Yeah. Now you can get your reading and go back to what you have, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 17. "The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place."
The house shines above them.
Yep.
Okay, we get beamed up out of that, Lord, with the world of the elect. We get beamed up with those to escape all the destruction that's coming. All right? Why those as you said, satellite scripture chariots are fighting the war in heaven. All right?
Michael the archangel and his and the angels under him versus Esau and NATO, which those are his angels, man. It ain't no fallen angels that they teach in the Catholic Church. There's some naked ass angels in the sky flying around and shit. Crossbows and arrows. Yeah, they're gonna be fighting with the Lord. No, the Lord has control over both sides, man. Ain't no angel fighting the Lord, Yahweh Shai, right? All right. Go ahead, I'll just back on you.
that ye be, Revelation 18:4. I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Now, only the elect will be able to hear that voice.
It's a new song.
That's the new song. That's the hook to the new song. You know, we sing the lyrics right now. That's the hook that makes it a full-fledged song. That makes it's gonna be a hit, and it's a hit song, man. In that moment, you're gonna know that that's a hit song that gets us up out of here.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
We don't get burnt up by the ICBM missiles with a laser beam.
The scripture says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Like a nick of time. Like you see those videos on YouTube where people about to get hit by cars and the angel, really know the angel moves them out the way.
Yeah.
But that's how it's gonna be. That's how when those ICBM missiles are shot over here, when they hit, that's when we going up. Lord willing, we part of the elect.
That's right. Who's done it
Hey, did it say it said that they what?
They not partakers of her sins.
No, where it says that they rejoiced, or what did it say?
And then they didn't receive of her.
They sung a song.
Oh no, who was talking?
Oh, you was quoting. Okay. Because I was gonna bring up how when we left out of Egypt, when we got delivered the first time, we sung a song, man. Miriam, you know, it was singing praise to the Lord for delivering us from the hand of our enemies. Hey, that's the real salvation, is being delivered from our enemy. Who's our enemy right now that got us in captivity? The modern day Pharaoh, Esau, Edom. You know,
I gotta say this to tie it all into these slackers.
Saying the white.
Yeah.
so-called white man.
I gotta say this to tie it all in. For this government shutdown to continue, you're in captive to that. You can believe you free, but we're gonna see if you're free when you don't get your check. We're gonna see if you're free when you don't get your food stamps. Okay? We're gonna see how free you feel when this government completely shuts down and there's all chaos in the streets and there's martial law troops. We're gonna see when they throw you in a FEMA camp, we're gonna see how free you really are. Okay? Talking about I'm free. We're all captive to something. You can be captive to Esau, you can be captive to the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Alright? Prisoners of hope. Alright? What you got now?
1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. Verse 14. For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so them also which sleep.
Wait, let me say this about you, bro. We don't know that for a fact.
We know what?
That Yahweh Shai died. We don't know he ever existed. That's the argument that these atheists or these that they try to bring.
We don't know. How do we know?
We know by faith.
That's right.
Because all the other things that's written in this book are coming to pass. Why wouldn't the things that are wrote in there be true? We know where Noah's Ark is at. We see where Sodom and Gomorrah was at.
They seen the chariots on the bottom of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
You know, Esau knows the truth because they do a diligent search and search out all these. They didn't search out the scriptures. They have the technology to look for these things. We don't. We got faith. We don't have money to go to the Middle East and we don't got
go deep sea dive and look in the sea. Let me pull up a wheel from the chariot. No, we believe it, man.
And we see the prophecies, the signs coming to pass.
Yep. That strengthens our faith and belief. You got it, bro.
Even so them also which sleep in Yahweh Shai will the Most High bring with him.
Those that have already passed away is coming too. That the righteous spirit that passed away, that did they serve, that finished their course, they're gonna be there as well. All right.
It says that the works follow them. Revelation 14 and 13. Yeah, man, that's the brothers in the spirit world that died in the work. You know, the elders going back to 1 West taught our elders, apostles, Elder King Masha, Abba Bivens, Masha, Yaiquab. You know, those are honorable men that our elders and apostles taught us about. They're resting in the spiritual realm from their work, their laborious works.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, them men. If you ever seen videos of those men, the type of fervent, righteous spirits those men had on them, man, they couldn't be in these. They wasn't meant to be in these times, 2019. It wasn't meant for that. You know, what their spirits couldn't be contained in this type of time.
Not saying
You know,
they couldn't be here,
no,
but
no,
like you said.
right.
Yeah.
Their spirit was for that time that they were in.
It was the basically the Lord raised them up to shine the light to Israel, to basically going back to the prophecy of John, how he was set up to return the hearts of the children to the fathers.
That's right.
Now we got our nationality, man. Now we know who the tribes are. Now we know that the Old Testament and the New Testament goes hand in hand. That's our book. This is our wisdom, man. You know. So
They
the
did
Lord,
their job.
they did their job, and now they're resting from their labors.
Well,
Man.
maybe brothers can quote it. I'm trying to think. I don't remember where it's at, but the scripture that says, one doeth plant the seed, another one taketh up the plow, another one plucketh up the seed, plucketh up the reap the fruit.
You talking about when Apostle Paul said about him and Apollos?
I believe,
Oh,
yes,
yeah. Apollos
exactly
planted.
right.
I mean, and the Most High get the increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
1 Corinthians 3.
No,
God,
that's
You
what
get
it's
it?
talking about. Yeah, you can get it right, boy. You can get it right. You still
Corinthians
have
3.
one, right? Because they did their end of the, they planted the seed, you know, and then the apostles have been watered. When we read it, it's gonna say it. It's gonna say it.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 3,
3 and like
5.
5, 6.
I started at 5.
Yeah.
Who then is Paul and who is Apollos?
Start at 4.
4, verse 4. For while one saith, I am Paul, another say, another, I am Apollos, are ye not carnal? Who
Yeah,
then?
because you had back then, you had Jake.
They're trying to put
They was
men on-
trying to deify Apostle Paul and Apollos, because Apollos, hey, he was real sharp in the scriptures. It's when you read about how Priscilla and Aquila, they basically expounded on them concerning Yahweh Shai, because he was diligent, he was on fire, but he was only knowing the baptism of John. So they had to, break down the gospel to him. What came after John, which John came to roll the carpet out for Yahweh Shai. Once he got that, man, he was complete, man. He was on fire, man. He was in the spirit. He was a powerful teacher. So Jake that was learning from, whether it was Apollos or Paul, Jake got simple, like, I'm rolling with Paul. Hey, man, well, I'm rolling with apostles, Apollos. Apostle Paul had to address that, like, hey, did I die for you, or did Apollos die crucified? Did he get crucified for you? You know?
Well, Yahweh Shai, man.
It's about giving glory to him, man.
Can I say this real quick? And that's the difference of you other Israelite camps out there. That's why we get on you, because a lot of Jake get real simple when it comes to this. We're not out here to glorify great millstone. We're out here to glorify Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's
It
right.
should be the same thing that you're out here to glorify. The name of great millstone, or GMS, it's only about identifying the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai and 100% truth. Right?
I mean, Yahweh Shai is a great millstone.
Right.
He is a great millstone, man. He's that cornerstone, that's precious, the chief cornerstone, precious and elect. He's that stone, man. And if that stone fall upon you, it shall grind you to powder, man.
It's a burden unto you. Hey, that easy church life that you've been living, talking about you in a regular church, that ain't got nothing to do with your house shop. And some of you other alphabet camps out there that don't push the 100% truth, it still ain't that full burden, man. You got to bear that cross, the full weight of that upon your shoulders, upon your life.
In other words, if this word burdens you, then it is going to crush you, because you can't hold the bitterness of the truth of the scriptures. That's why the Lord said, "Blessed is he who's not offended in me." Okay. Bear your cross.
You can't be my disciple if you don't bear your cross daily. Take up your cross daily.
That's right. Go ahead, Adam.
Verse 5. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe? Even as the Lord gave to every man, I have planted, Apollos water, but the Most High gave the increase.
Yeah, it was all in the spirit of the Most High. that whatever the job that Apollos was doing or what Paul was doing or that we do today. That the apostles, elders did, what the apostles do, that we do.
Yep.
It's all in the same spirit of Yahweh Shekau Shah.
We all working in the same garden, man.
Yep.
We all laboring together as husbandmen. This is the labor of love to Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
All right, we're cultivating, which when you the root word for cult, it means to worship.
Yeah.
We're worshiping the Lord by working for Him, man,
Right.
serving Him. The Hebrew word "ibad," which means to serve. Okay, so you know it's back on you, bro.
Yes.
Hey, so Salak, one more thing.
Okay.
Who did the Lord lay the foundation upon? Peter, that rock, right? In the spirit. Who's Peter?
Yeah. Was that
Who was King David? You know, he was part of the one that he laid that foundation for the house of David, man. And here we are, you know, Great Millstone is a branch off from the house of David, man.
Verse 15, 1 Thessalonians 4:15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of the Most High.
When the chariots come from the skies, man, they crack the sky open. It ain't gonna be like a baseline that the nigga on the corner, you know, with the 15-inch woofer. It ain't gonna be like the sonic boom from the air base and come back into the atmosphere. It's gonna be something totally different. Something like you can't even, because the trumpet is the loudest sound in the symphony, so to speak, right? The orchestra, right? So when this trumpet is blown, you're gonna know what it is, man. It's not gonna be something like, what was that? Oh shit, that's something. You gotta go see what that is. Yeah. For us, we're gonna look at each other. If we're around each other, we're gonna be like, ooh, it's gonna be sparks in the hole. That's it. That's the one. You know, it's gonna be that loud and that grand. You got it, bro.
And the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first.
The dead shall rise first. They're the first that's gonna get their new bodies that can be in them chariots. That can come back into this realm and deal with the things in this realm with the power from that realm that they're coming out of. The same spiritual body that Yahweh Shai has to be able to come into this realm and do the when he came back after he came out the supper.
Yeah, they're gonna be changed unto His glory.
Yep.
You know, just like the Lord died and when he rose up in glory. When Stephen, when he got killed after he made his testimony and he cut all those wicked ass niggas, basically right before he passed, he saw the heavens opened up and he saw the Lord sitting on the right hand in glory, man. That was basically that was to basically cheer him up before he gave up the ghost.
Right.
That, hey, you finna get glory too. You know, the Lord suffered and he died and then he rose up in glory. Hey, you didn't suffer, you didn't die for the testimony of the Lord. You finna get glory, man.
Right.
And that's an encouragement to us too, especially to those of us that's gonna die in His work. Those of you brothers that might be martyrs for this thing. You're gonna be raised up in glory, man.
I gotta say, that's like real quick from Revelation 12 chapter, it said those that are beheaded. That's like
Revelation 20.
Yeah, I want to make a point of that because all this still ties into the chariot stuff, okay? Because that's the vehicle and that's that secret chamber that we're all trying to make it into, right?
They gonna already be in there.
Right, they already in there. These bodies can't
Brothers
make
that passed, we had a definite count, and we gonna see this brother too, man.
Yep.
We gonna see him. He gonna be right
glory.
there,
In
full glory, man.
Glory.
He gonna look. He gonna be in his. He gonna be with the Lord. He gonna have that youthful look. He gonna be in that We're gonna have the glow,
a new body.
a new body, man, and we're gonna know it's him.
Yep.
We're gonna identify
You gonna
that
know it's
spirit.
us.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai.
Those are the souls that that died in Yahweh Shai, that didn't bow the knee to Baal. Their works followed them, and now they in glory are made white, coming back down. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And for the word of the Most High, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor have received his mark in their foreheads or in their hands.
They didn't take the RFID chip, they didn't take the mark of the beast. Okay? Putting them as the same thing. Not separate things, but the same thing. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And they lived and they reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
Okay. I think that was the one.
Okay, I'll read the rest.
But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
What the word I was looking for?
That 1,000 years goes into the kingdom where these other nations gonna be in slavery, man.
That's right.
You know?
Serving us, particularly in our land, building it back up to the level of that Yahweh can glory, can give it back to us with the glory that it should be, that it can be called the kingdom of righteousness. Right, to that blueprint level, where thieves can't break through and steal in that time either. Right?
Yeah, if I may say, that's after the 1,000 years, the dead, basically didn't. Basically, what that's saying is the other nations, they gonna, like the brother just mentioned, they gonna be in captivity. When you're in captivity, you basically you're dead. You spiritually, you don't have a place in society, so you're considered dead.
You're not in rulership, basically. In a nutshell.
These nations are going to be serving in captivity for 1,000 years, man. But the elect, the 2/3 of Israel, they're going to come right back to the elect, man.
You know
It ain't saying that they're not going to be around for 1,000 years. They're going to come right back, man.
Yeah.
Revelation 11:26, and as it is written, all Israel shall be saved.
Right.
All right.
After death by
They're going to die. They're going to take the taste of a painful death first, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no sodomites or adulterers getting into the kitchen.
I got you.
This is second Ezra chapter 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, the kingdom.
So this world was made for, for Esau to rule, all these other heathen nations to rule, for wickedness. This was made for everyone. You can be whatever you want here. The world to come, the kingdom of heaven, is only made really for the elect. Because your 2/3 is going to come back through the loins of the elect. So the world to come is for the righteousness. Where righteousness is going to dwell for forever, not just 1,000 years.
That's right.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trump of the Most High.
Oh, that's like I didn't get to say about the Revelation slide people. I didn't just start the top with. But the point I want to make was those that were martyrs and were beheaded, they was up to Yahweh Shai. Okay? In that chariot. So when we see these chariots,
If I may say, they're gonna get those bodies that were put in the graves. It's gonna be rose up out of the graves, and then their body's gonna immediately be changed and caught up into the air before the rest of Israel that don't die get caught up into the ship, the chariot. Okay, that's what the Lord's gonna do. We're gonna rise them up first, and they're gonna be beamed up, and then we're gonna be caught up with them, and then we're gonna get to see them. We are going to be changed, and that's when, was that 1 Corinthians 15? Death shall be swallowed up.
Yeah.
And victory.
Last enemy.
Now the mortal shall put on immortality. Corruption shall put on incorruption.
because the chariots can't inherit in corruption.
It's too pure,
Flesh,
too spiritual.
corruptible flesh can't make it up there.
That's why I said flesh and blood can't make it to the kingdom.
Start at 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trumpet of Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
So shall we ever be forever, even forever and ever. You know something?
Yep. So Isaiah 26 and 19. It says, "Thy dead men shall live. Together with my dead body shall they arise." Who is that talking about for you Old Testament Israelites? Well, the Most High doesn't have a dead body.
Right.
All right. It says,
My dead body, that's how it shot.
it says, "Awake and see, ye that dwell in dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee."
What's the doors? That's those chariots, man. To where that's the wedding. That's that feast that we're making it into. But you gotta have them white garments to get into. You can't creep in another way.
It says, "Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed."
The destruction of this time and of the society as it is in this land of Babylon the Great and certain other places in particular are destroyed and wiped out. Come up in here, because there's other brothers in other places besides America that's going to escape the destruction in the cities that they're in as well.
Israelites scattered throughout the 4 corners of the world. Not
Whole
just,
earth,
the majority of them is here in America, of course, but it's Jake's waking up in was it somewhere in Indonesia or somewhere over there in Philippines. It's all over. Speaking in tongues, speaking in their whatever their native language is over there. Jake is waking up, so you know the chariots is
It's a huge sight, man.
because they seeing them over there, of course, a lot more, and but just like the plagues, some of those plagues of Egypt are happening over there, but when they hit here, everybody you see just a few people over there might have camera phones.
Yeah.
Everybody here got a camera phone. Everybody, so it's going to be seen. You see a swarm of locusts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on World Star. It's gonna be on YouTube. You see a chariot and you see lights. It's gonna be multiple camera phones. The people with phones out having that footage.
Right,
so
right
it's
now, let a fight break out right now
yeah.
across the street. Niggas gonna come out of manholes and to catch it. Come out of nowhere trying to catch that. So when something that astronomical shows up, Jake gonna, the world is gonna have a
Jake
camera phone.
had camera phone with the whole sky.
Yeah.
And Esau ain't gonna have. Esau can't say it was this, it was that, because people won't know. Say no, I seen lights and it wasn't from this world. It wasn't from this planet.
It moved differently.
Yeah.
I saw certain people.
It disappeared and then reappeared.
Yeah.
And like on that video about the chariots that was up in that cloud, and it was doing all type of. I couldn't even express the words.
Dancing. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it was doing so much.
Yeah, bro.
It was doing so much. Just to put it that way. And you had a comment on a video. It was an old ass, decrepit ass Edomite. And he basically said, he basically said on the comment board, he said, "No, that's just them doing their magic tricks."
Yeah.
But he wasn't saying that was